Hello everyone. We hope that you are doing well. If this is your first time on this channel, welcome to YouTube official verified US Immigration Updates channel, and welcome back if you are returning. We have got some significant news to discuss that could have far-reaching implications on immigration policies and the border. In this video, we're going to talk about new immigration reform option that could arise from US House, R. So once again, good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, and welcome again. If you are interested in learning more about this topic, stay tuned until the end of this video. If you like this video, please click the subscribe button, the like this video button. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get new updates instantly and directly to your YouTube. So, without any further delay, now let's get into the video and find out what the latest updates are on US immigration. The political climate in the United States is currently favorable for making significant headway on the issue of immigration. Debates over the appropriate time to address the issue have never been resolved. Which should come first? Strict enforcement of the border or amnesty for illegal immigrants who are already living in the country? Progressives have long held the belief that time is on their side because they are comfortable with lax enforcement and a growing population that anticipates being awarded legal status in any ultimate settlement. This has given them the impression that time is on their favor. But a convergence of factors is now altering that calculus, and it might have significant implications. What at one point seemed like a publicity ploy, Republican governors delivering busloads of illegal immigrants to areas that were not equipped to handle the surge, has morphed into a disaster that affects the entire system. Over the course of the past year and a half, more than 100,000 migrants have landed in New York City. Of those, 60,000 are currently residing in temporary shelters provided by the government. A state of emergency has been declared in Massachusetts, and a recent survey of the state's normally progressive population indicated that immigration had unexpectedly jumped to the fourth most critical issue facing citizens. This finding led to the state's decision to establish a state of emergency. The increase in lawlessness that has occurred throughout the tenure of the Biden administration contributes to the public's exacerbated impression of the issue. Because of the shift from strict enforcement under the Trump administration in 2020 to lenient enforcement under the next administration in 2021, the number of illegal border crossings increased by a factor of 4, reaching a new all-time high. This crisis is a choice in policy. It is not the result of some unstoppable force. In the past, Americans have shown a resignation to the situation. However, not in this instance. The results of a nationwide survey that was carried out by CBS News earlier this month indicated that only 34% of Americans approve of Joe Biden's handling of the issue, with his performance on inflation receiving even lower marks. This percentage went down to 29% among Hispanics, and it went down to 26% among independents. The Democrats will be troubled by these numbers as they prepare for the upcoming presidential election, which is likely to match Vice President Joe Biden against Donald Trump, a candidate for whom immigration reform is a central platform issue. How concerned they are going to be is going to be directly proportional to how the Republicans play their hand now. The Republican Party's conservatives have been pushing for stricter border enforcement for years, but they have continually fallen into two political obstacles, both of which are becoming easier to circumvent. One of the difficulties is coming up with an upbeat narrative to convey the ambition of having a safe border. Making the case for why we should control immigration, notes former Senator and current Attorney General Jeff Sessions, will be essential to achieving an immigration policy Americans can be proud of. This is a quote from Sessions. "It is necessary, but not sufficient, to bring attention to the heinous aspects of the current system, such as the trafficking of people and drugs as well as the abuse and exploitation that goes along with it. In addition, conservatives have to make the point that they, too, desire a generous and compassionate immigration system, just like the majority of Americans do. Nevertheless, they believe that placing a focus on enforcement is the only way to ever accomplish this goal. In the past, convincing people of this point has been challenging. Nevertheless, Conservatives can now anticipate being successful in their argument that the implementation of border security is both non-negotiable and doable. The other challenge that conservatives have faced is the opposition from the business lobby, which covets the large pool of low-wage labor that may be obtained through illegal immigration because of its potential for exploitation. On no other topic does it use its power within the Republican Party to such an aggressive degree, both to hinder genuine efforts at enforcement and to seek a variety of politically undesirable expansions in legal immigration that weaken any bill's message and appeal. Both of these goals are being accomplished simultaneously. The battle to compel that employers utilize E-Verify, a government system for confirming that new workers are authorized to work, is one that the conservatives frequently lose, despite the fact that it is a relatively insignificant measure and an absolute requirement for any effective enforcement regime. However, the importance of large corporations within the Republican coalition is decreasing. And while there are some small firms that rely substantially on illegal labor, it is reasonable to assume that the majority would prefer to hire lawfully and are frustrated that they are forced to choose between breaking the law and being undercut by competitors who also engage in illegal labor. 85% of Republican primary voters, according to an upcoming poll by American Compass, view a situation in which companies have difficulty finding enough people to hire as a tight labor market, that is, good, while 15% view it as a labor shortage, that is, bad. There is a strong possibility that a shutdown of the federal government will occur at the beginning of the following month, and one of the primary demands made by Republicans will be for stricter immigration laws. This will be the first of several heated confrontations that will take place over the course of the next year, during which conservatives will have the opportunity to capitalize on their recently acquired power regarding the topic. It is possible that the southern border of the United States may look substantially different on the day of the election in 2024. That's all we have for you in this bulletin. I hope you found this video useful. We will continue to keep a close eye on the developments as immigration-related updates and will publish new videos when there are more updates. The U.S. Immigration Update channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas such as B1 and B2, work visas such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student visas, green cards, immigrant visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5, and family immigrant visas. Thank you for visiting us today, and we'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe channel for more U.S. immigration update videos.